principle. Good morning and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Monday. I hope everyone's had a great weekend and ready for a great week. Morning, Hassan. Unusual for you to be number one. Give me 1 minute and we will look at the markets overnight. All right, let's look at the markets. To market, to buy a fat pig. So we shot up at the open and then kind of just did nothing after that. Our low, 64.80. Our high, 65.07. So it's 27 points in range. And Q looks like 650 to 791. So about 141 points in range. Kappa, about 100 ticks in range. Ultra Bond. Sounds more like a glue than an asset. But anyway, about half a point in range. This is true, Hassan. The rumor is true. About 40 points in range there on gold and another all-time high overnight. Crude oil just spiked up. Crude's moved overnight, about 150 ticks. Natural gas coming down but trying to bounce. Bitcoin sitting at just over 112. So that's where you should stand at whatever body posture you're choosing to take on this beautiful Monday morning. We have no news this morning besides Trump speaking at 10. Hold on, make sure that's right. Hold on. My eyes are bothering me today. Yeah, 10:10 Eastern. Don't know what he's going to be saying, what that's about. Well, apparently it was to make 30 bucks. So this could be a very choppy Monday. Busy week this week with CPI and PPI. Later this week, contract roll on the weekend, and then next week we have FOMC. PPI is actually on Wednesday. They put PPI versus before CPI again this month. Oh, and also on Wednesday, supposedly the Supreme Court the rules on the tariffs. Thursday is of course, no wait, Friday is. No, what the heck is CPI? Did I miss it? No, CPI is Thursday. Okay, yeah. Kind of surprised they put CPI on September 11th. Yes, I did. We continue to move on down. You're fine, Hassan. We get to potentially bounce here. I don't think so. So it looks like we should be looking for 5 points right now if we enter anything. Gold pulls back. Morning USC. How was the weekend? Everybody working for the weekend. Blue candle here. Went away. Well, it ended up being a blue candle, but then dipped down. We'll see if it pops back up. Nope. Blue candle didn't fake me out. Haha. Oh, well, that's not good. You'll get it back. Plenty of time. You're going to get there, USC. As we continue to push down. I'm doing all right. I expect it to be choppy all morning, honestly. But this purple candle really wasn't touching the 9, but could have been a signal. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those days we wish we had stayed in bed. Gold made a nice little move down there. Would have actually been a signal for me there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles ago. NQ bottoming out in the RSI on the 1 minute, not quite there on the 2 minute. Only news we have this morning is a Trump speech. Ooh, blue candle. See how this finishes. The blue candle, the one as well. I should have taken it. It's already gone 4, but we'll see how this goes. So the biggest candle we've seen in a while here. It's 8 1/4 right now. It hit that 9 on the 2-minute chart. It's an iffy play. Iffy. And it gives about half of it back. So I'm not taking it. We're not gonna take it. So far, that was a good decision. Reminder, we have some sort of huge announcement coming from Tradify this morning on Tradify TV. I think it's happening at 10 Eastern. It's the same time as the Trump speech. You don't think Trump's making an announcement about Tradify, do you? Blue candle again on the 1 minute. You've had a hard week, Hassan. That's understandable. All right, enjoy your walk, USC. Blue candle here, both on the 1 and the 2. A 1 and a 2.
Order filled.
So we took the long. Just looking for 5 points. Ooh, ouch. And we're not going to get it.
Order filled.
Stopped out. Ouchie, ouchie. Wait, what? Morning, John. Good to see you. Yeah, that was a stupid play on my part. I did not see that on the 1 minute chart. We were very extended on the RSI. No, I didn't do any last night. I looked at the charts and then kind of just got busy with other stuff. Trying to get cleaned and organized around the house. Our size going ATR is going up to 7.5. Yes, Hassan. Why? Yay! Glad to hear it. You're free, free. John, did you hear the Phillies lost Trey Turner? I watch Hassan. Watch him do something all sweet, like tell you how much he's gonna miss you and all that. Probably. Pulled up lame with a hamstring yesterday, being evaluated today, but that's usually 6 weeks at the very least. How nice of you, Hassan. Yeah, that woman's an idiot. All right, Hassan. Morning, JC. You haven't slept, Crypt? Good morning, Amelia. I should have taken this blue candle, I have a feeling. Dang it. Yep, that blue candle would have worked. Darn it. Take the trade. Take the trades. Anyway. Why couldn't you sleep overnight, Crypt? Darn it. Look at that beautiful move up there that I didn't take. Grr. John, I mean, it's the most reasonable one, and they're testing it. They're only doing that for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that, to test the waters. So it's not a permanent feature as of yet. Um, my thoughts overall on funded resets like that is, if you know what caused you to blow that account, if you don't normally blow funded accounts, and you had one that just, something happened that caused that, and you can get right back on the horse and get a payout, then it's okay. If you're someone that's consistently blowing funded accounts, then you should go back to the eval route. The other thing is with my funded futures, you can get funded in a day or two on the eval. And most of these companies that have, the funded reset option, Topstep added it too recently. Much cheaper usually to just get funded again off an eval and, get back onto the path. And that's me saying that, knowing that funded resets, at least with my funded futures, gives me commission that's very good based on the amount that they are. And see, for someone like you that is very consistent and, something happens, that absolutely. But if if it's someone that just like I'm not going to name names, but 2 weeks ago, someone blew their Take Profit Trader funded account. They paid for the reset, which is much more expensive at Take Profit Trader. I think it's like $500, $600. They got one payout after that and then blew it again. That that to me seems. Oh wait, I mean, yeah, they got a payout. I don't know if the payout covered the cost of the what they paid, but like I said, Crip, they're only testing that. That goes away like next week. So my friend the futures likes to do tests on things to see whether or not it's worth keeping around for the company, etc. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, you named the name Amelia, and the thing is all year he's been complaining about how he hasn't gotten a payout this year. He's been struggling. Someone that's struggling like that should not be resetting their funded account. Yeah, for now, John. I mean, it might become a permanent feature. Right now, they said it was going to be around for like 2 weeks. I will give we a lot of people give my funded futures crap for all the changes they make, but I don't have a problem with it. They try things. They try new things. They evaluate it. They give it a good run, and then they decide whether get rid of it or keep it or whatnot. And I think that's a good idea. I mean, especially if you announce it that this is a trial run, this is temporary, whatever. I think that's innovative. That's the way to be innovative in this industry. It's no different than a food company coming out with a limited edition flavor of something, and then seeing how people react and maybe keeping it, or for that focus groups or whatnot, things like that. So on actually, that's a good question. I had a look on their old accounts. One account didn't have a news rule. Two accounts did. Now I got to look. Now they changed over to the new account types. I have to look. News rules. Honestly, I think for most people, I'm not saying everybody, I think overall they help if it's not extreme. Like Funded Futures Network, they got too many that they consider red flag news, red whatever folder. That's the word, red folder news. I think people think they can trade news and they can't, and that included me. I used to try and trade news, and I don't. Especially, I mean, I don't ever take one in a funded account. I have no problem with a news rule that says 1 minute before, 1 minute after. If it's 5 minutes, like a couple of places, that's stupid, and you're losing out on opportunities. But I think not being able to trade news for a lot of people saves their funded accounts. But I think if you're in a trade, this is the other thing. I think if you've entered a trade 5 minutes or more before the news event, you shouldn't have to close, because you're not playing the news at that point. You're playing, a longer play, put it that way. So, like, some people like to hold all day. You shouldn't have to get out for, for a news event. If I've entered a trade at, 7:30 Eastern and 8:30 news comes up, and, that trade's going my way, I have a decent stop in place, I shouldn't have to exit that trade. That's my opinion how news rules should be done if they're used. I'm not. I mean, yes and no, JC. Like I said, I think the prop firm on at least sim funded accounts would probably see more blown accounts that doesn't cost them anything, if they fully allow news. And I mean, consistency rules are really news rules wrapped up in a different form. Because I mean, how much chance can you take if you're taking a trade on news, and you have a 30% consistency rule, and that blows through your target, which has happened to me on an eval, not on a funded account, and then you have you just blew your consistency wide open. So like Apex doesn't have a news rule, same with Bowlinox, but they have a 30% consistency rule, or I think Bowlinox is 40%. And you play that and you end up, it goes 100 points, and either you didn't put a target in, or you did and it didn't fill the target until 50 points later. And now you're either trying to figure out how to lose money, which if you're on an intraday drawdown and your drawdown still trailing you is dangerous, or you're gotta make a whole bunch of money for the next X amount of days. Now, that said, I will be honest. I've noticed with my blue and purple candles that oftentimes, and I haven't gone back and actually figured out stats on it, but oftentimes I'll get a trigger candle within the 5 minutes leading up to news of the direction that news ends up going. I don't know why it works that way, but I've noticed it. So, if I went back and started looking at those candles, there might actually be a news play for me there. But I still feel it's like really dangerous. It's even like NFP on Friday. I ended up YOLOing that and it worked out, but it actually spiked upwards first It scared the bejesus out of me.
Order submitted.
We're long off a blue candle on the 1 minute chart.
Order filled.
There we go. Target hit. 5 points on 2 contracts. Thank you. Thank you, John. So, well, let's look at that. Why I entered where I did there. You see, I actually got a blue candle here, but I didn't like the wick, and you can see we came back down, came back up, almost got to the top of the wick. I was looking at the 1 minute chart, and the 1 minute chart gave me a solid blue candle with no wick. I grabbed it for 5. It went 8, but I was happy with 5. And there we go. I was a little concerned about it if you look at the 1 minute chart, because if you can see here, we've kind of kept poking this same area. Tried up, tried, you know, boom, boom, a lot of wicks, tried again here. So I was a little concerned. But, you know, on the 2 minute, on the 2 minute, I was above my signal line down here. So the white line was above the yellow line. It's above the 9 on you know, the 9 EMA, and I saw the 100 EMA sitting there. So that was basically my target. I mean, my target was 5 points, but that was basically, you know, 5 points there. It was like 6 instead, but happy with where I got out. And I'm using 2 contracts. When I'm only going for 5 points, I'm going for 2 contracts now. That way it equals about what my risk and reward is on when I'm doing a 1 contract with a bigger target and stop. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm copy trading here. Hold on. Volanox eval, take profit eval, my funded futures eval, Apex funded, Apex eval. Yeah, 1 funded account on that. Yeah, right now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 Volanox evals, 1 take profit trader, 1 my funded features, 2, 4, 7 apexes. Yeah, roll over at the end of the week after CPI and PPI. Next week, FOMC. Lots going on in the next 10 days. And now I need to Google what Hassan said. Okay, I found out. Just don't try and give her a hug. Gold, by the way, you can see two blue candles touching the 9 there. Both of them, actually, let me not misspeak here. Actually, that first one, depending on the target, it did go 1 full point. So ATR is 1.9 right now. So depending on what my target was there, that one could have stopped me up, stopped me out because that red candle wicked down. The second one would have worked though, as gold is flying right now. I believe gold can fly. It's actually just hit another new all-time high. And Q flying here as well. Okay, we just hit a new high day, 779 half. No, I'm wrong. I apologize. I was looking at the wrong chart. 791 is the high over the overnight. I was looking at the wrong chart. Apologize. 902 is Friday's high. If anyone's a fan of the rock group Supertramp, their lead singer just died. Blue candle on the 1. It's touching the 9. Not touching the 9 on the 2. I'm going to play it safe and go by the 2 and not take it. I won't sing the song again, though. It's a album by Supertramp. Their lead singer just died, RJ. Morning, Ace. Morning, RJ. Ace, I did send you an email with Apex's the Apex code. By the way, guys, Bowling Ox 83% off. Ends tonight. They only started it on Friday. No idea who they're price matching. Yeah, gold is ripping. It's hard to rip gold. Ever tried to pick up a piece of gold and rip it? Rip it good. Every tick higher is an all-time high. That was another blue candle that, while not technically touching the 9, was close enough that if I had been noticing it, I would have taken it. And Q's still trying to trickle up. I don't know what he's speaking about. Remember, we have a Trump speech today at 10:10 Eastern, which is our only news of the day. Tomorrow is also no news. Besides an Apple event and Oracle is reporting earnings. My God, they're late. And then the big stuff starts on Wednesday. I don't have that on the calendar. What exactly is that? What is the NFP benchmark? Interesting. Thursday at 8:30 is going to be absolutely wild because you have CPI and jobless claims at the same time, which kind of messes up with the YOLO because that, if those numbers are like opposite one another, it can cause all kinds of wonkiness. Pull back here on gold. Bitcoin's starting to surge up some. So 1 for 2 in the morning. That one that I lost was unfortunate because it actually wasn't a good play. Gonna take it. We're about 21 minutes from the bell. Hassan. I have a vertical wired mouse. If you ask me the brand, Nulea, Nulea. Welcome back, USC. Why do you ask? I've never used a trackball mouse. I'm not sure I could get used to it. Why do you feel it's superior over other mice? Gold keeps giving me blue candles that I keep ignoring. Now imagining Hassan with this huge muscular thumb. Yeah, JC, that's what I have. 6508.25. Friday's high was 6541.75. Wow. That I don't know. I don't watch it close enough. ATR's died again, back down to 6.5 on the 2 minute, 4.5 on the 1 minute. Wake up, Hassan. Wakey, wakey. So blue candle there, 5 candles ago, would have worked for 5. That was theoretically a trigger. You have to be, Hassan? Morning, JJR. NQ still rising. Now within 2 points of its overnight high. I see NQ rising. No, Ace, he goes to the library and trades from there. And does work for MightyOxTrading. It's a new high of day. Morning, MR. So we are gonna get to the bell here near or at the high of day. Still over 100 points away from Friday's high. Cause I got highs. Never really got that pullback you're looking for, Ace. Ooh, there's a pullback on NQ. So hit 93, pull back down to 86. It's not the hugest pullback. That purple candle or the red candle, that would have been a good signal. That's what I got to pay more attention to. That would have gave me a 5-point trade. Q popping back up. There we go. There's the overnight high on ES. New high day. Oh.
2 minutes till the bell.
Alrighty. Awesome job, JC. Think anything up to 8:30, I mean 9:30, right? Part of me really wants to take a short here. Right at the bell. So we are going to do that on one MightyOx account. Or one Apex account. How about an Apex account?
Order filled. Stop.
Oh, well, that didn't work. Well, I only took it on one account. Wow. That was some pent up energy there up to 812. But ES fallen. NQ giving it back now. Hit 812, already back under 800. ES weak. NQ still showing a positive candle here. ES dropped 3.5 since the open. Dow down hard. Gold trying to pop. Treasuries doing absolutely nothing. Crude oil doing nothing. Russell down hard. NQ is the only positive indice, which makes me want to go short on it. But I will wait for the signal. Morning, T.O. Yeah, YM is dumping hard. Down 120. Wow. Bouncing. See, now we're seeing a bounce on the three other indices, and NQ has a red. Interesting. Very interesting. And purple on the NQ. Touches the 100 EMA. And bounces. Running up. Dow with a green candle. Russell and ES still red. Treasury's turning red. Something embarrassed them. Very, yeah. Remember, we do have a Trump speech coming up 10 minutes after the top of the hour.
Order filled.
Took a long on the Dow. I went 478. I'll go 76 instead. That'll be 46 ticks or points or whatever you call it. And Q popping, new high a day. Up to 816. Good play on ES there, ace.
Target filled.
Target hit on ES. We got 46 ticks there on ES. I'm sorry, not ES. YM. I apologize. YM. Not ES. Had ace on the mind. So YM give me a 46 ticker there. Gold also would have been a good play off that blue candle. Wow, so far my target was at 76, and so far the high's been 77 on this move. Only went one more tick and then pulled back a little bit. Still trying to go though. Nice ace, very nice. And Q's still rising. High now 836. Remember Friday's high was 90210. No, 902. Fortunately, I did not have the YM trade set up to copy trade. I only took that on the take profit trader account. ES still going. And Q still kind of going. 849 is the new high day. Grinding against that third Bollinger Band here. Grinding hard. As a matter of fact, on the 2-minute, this candle is totally outside of the second band. And we're pulling back a little. Our high was 849. We pulled back 22 points. There's ES pulling back as well. So the Dow. Russell never got a positive momentum going. Big move back down. 31 points on this 2-minute candle. Hits the 9, kind of bounces. It's bouncing just, yeah. It's one of those, I don't really know if I like this trade or not. 40-point candle. We're going to watch it and watch my regret when this goes 20 more points, but it's just bopping on 800, so there we go. Look at that. So far, I look brilliant. Not taking that trade. Hey, I am brilliant. It's a big old blue candle on the 1-minute chart. Touches the Bollinger again. Tickles it on the 2. See the bounce on ES as well. And Russell's following, showing a little tiny bit of green. And back down. Nope. Continuing upwards. Onwards and upwards. So got that whole candle back. We're back above the Bollinger. So we had a 35-point candle down, a 37-point candle up. Crude falling, gold popping. Russell looks like it wants to pop. We'll have a Russell chart ready to go. NQ continuing to head up, trying to get back to those highs of 849. Seems like it's struggling here. Gold shooting for another all-time high. Nice, MR. Q doesn't want to give it up. Still trying. Hey, when did you switch to YM, MR? Oh, gold just popped. Big time. Another new all-time high. 636.73.3. USC, did you decide to stay out, or are you catching any of this gold move? Yeah, I heard there's a YM convention in Central. Morning, Eddie. Listen, I don't know what I did with your bag of treat. We'll find it later. Oh, hold on. I got backup. Eddie says he wants to trade CN futures. Catnip. Nice recovery.
Order submitted.
Short on NQ. It looks like it wants to bounce. Yep.
Order
Stop
filled.
me out. Damn it. Didn't put my stop in the right place, but we'll see whether or not that helped me or hurt me. Looks like it helped me by only having it at 10. Ouch. Yeah, all the way back up. Blue candle touching the 9. It's an iffy spot here. Iffy, iffy, iffy. I don't like how close it is to the high day. New high day. 852 quarter. ATR is now 20 on the 2-minute. Eddie, I'm going to need you to move here shortly so I can cook my eggs. We do have Trump speaking at 10 minutes after the top of the hour. And NQ just popped again. New high day. Trying to get up to Friday's high, it looks like. Remember, Friday's high, 902. All-time high, 24,068. Gold's all-time high now, 36.75.8. Cracked eggs, Hassan. This week I am not doing the alternate day fasting. This is my regular eating pattern week. Still doing 0 carb. Every 6 weeks I'll be doing 1 week where I don't do the alternate day fasting or the protein sparing modified fasting. I'm excited to try the protein sparing modified fasting. That will be started in 2 weeks for a 2-week period. Absolutely, Ace. Have a good day. Welcome, Platt. Good to see you. Protein sparing modified fasting USC is basically you're getting almost all your calories from protein. I'll be eating about somewhere between 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day, mostly a very lean protein, with just a sprinkling of fat that goes with just about any protein source. And because you're eating all protein, you don't lose any muscle mass, and you eat 3 to 4 times a day with about a bolus of 50 to 75 grams of protein each time. My goal will be about 200 grams of protein a day, and you should only do it for a short amount of time, 2 to 3 weeks max. Some people only do it for a week. But because your body, especially with the way I'm going to do it, because I'm going to be doing a very high fat week before that, so getting the body really burning body fat, and then so for those 2 weeks, your body is just using up your fat stores as for 100% for your energy, while the protein spares your muscle. Add in some resistance training to also spare the muscle, and it really takes off body fat. And Q up to 871. So next week I'll prime my body. I'll do my another egg fast next week. So that where 80 to 90% of my calories is coming from fat, and then I'm gonna go to the protein sparing modified fasting. Yeah, it's not really a diet. It's just like I said, it's not something you should stay on for more than a couple of weeks. I plan on cycling it as part of my cycle. So I'm gonna have six weeks in a cycle. It's gonna go like this week is my just normal eating zero. I'm staying zero carb. But I'm eating normally, no alternate day fasting, some intermittent fasting. I'm gonna go like 14 to 16 hours, but then next week I'll do my egg fast. Then the 2 weeks I'll do protein sparing modified fasting. Then I'll do 2 weeks of regular alternate day fasting, just the regular eating week again, and start the cycle over. No, it can't. I mean, the only way your body goes too far into ketosis, is called ketoacidosis, but that's a diabetic thing. If you're sick or whatnot, that's your body. But that ketosis does not cause ketoacidosis. Put it that way. And I do have a ketone meter. By the way, I'm working on getting that channel set up on the Discord, and I'm gonna start posting all my biometrics that I keep track of. Blood pressure, ketone levels, average glucose, and all that good stuff each week. And Q's new high, 876 quarter, so about 25 points off of Friday's high. Pulling back now. So what people do wrong with a severe calorie restriction type of way of eating or diet is A, they do it for too long. B, they don't emphasize protein, so your body starts breaking down muscle, which is what ends up ruining your metabolism. And they don't cycle at all, and which ends up slowing or killing your metabolism as well. If you're, doing a week or so here and there of regular eating at maintenance or so, then your body doesn't switch into this whole starvation mode and start killing your metabolism. Glad to hear you had a good weekend and wedding there, Platt. The world traveler you are. Top of the hour here. Let's see what NQ wants to do. You okay, Crypt? It's not always good to trade if you're in a sleep deficit. So I hope you're okay. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have body fat to lose, I mean, there's no reason to do the protein sparing modified fasting. I mean, unless you're like, for some reason you really want to cut, like you're into trying to look all muscular. But yeah. But I learned something new recently that about the thermic effect of food. Digestion of protein consumes about 20 to 30% of the calories in the protein you eat. So if you eat 1,000 calories of protein, you're really only getting between 700 and 800. I'm going to go for the more conservative side, say it's 20%. Carbs, it's about 10%. Fats, about 5%. But I thought that was really interesting. So that's another reason why protein's very slimming and why you should be focused on it. LSJN, how you doing? Oh, but you're okay there, Crypt? Thank you. Pops right back up. No need to call me sir. Excellent, Crypt. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear it worked out. Now get some sleep, Crypt. I'm doing good, LS. Cooking eggs. And the blue candle there was an iffy one. I decided not to take it. And you can see it looks like it wants to come right back down. That's usually the fake out where you see the move come down, got one quick blue candle back up, and then it wants to continue down. The eggs are cooking. I put together, I ordered a little cart type thingy and put it together on Saturday. I now have my frying pan, my coffee pot, my air fryer, my can opener, and my waffle maker all right next to me on this cart with wheels. Also on the cart, I have my collagen peptides, my allulose, and my MCT oil powder. Okay, let me finish cooking my eggs so I don't burn them, and I'll work on a picture. Okay. Yeah, I haven't liked my air fryer as much as I thought I was going to, but later this week I plan on doing the fried chicken with pork rinds, so I think I'll utilize it then. Over the weekend, I stole a shelf from the kitchen and I slid it under my desk. That's not cheese, that's temptation. I put all those baseball card boxes that had been sitting in front of my desk on that shelf. That worked out well too. Well, you're in for a treat. On Wednesday, Tio, I plan on making breakfast burritos. Sausage, eggs, and cheese, and I got 0 carb tortillas. That's going to be my birthday breakfast. Yes, script. Yep. Keeps it 0 carb. And Q did try, so that blue candle ended up working, was not a fake out, but it's okay. Now it might come back down. No minimum days to pay out? Like they went to everyday payout? Still waiting here. Give me a minute here. I took the picture. Hold on. When once I get all the house totally clean, I'll do a whole video showing the whole setup. Purple candle here, but it's wicky, so I don't like it. Let's see. Still a purple. Give me 1 second to decide if I want to enter this trade, and then I'll show the picture.
Order submitted.
Short. ATR is only 18. We're going for 10. We're in at 845, so let's go for 836. It's gonna bite me, maybe. Come on, fall. There it goes. Nope. Come on.
Order filled.
There we go. Target hit. 845 quarter to 836 quarter, 9 points. So I never have to miss a trade. So that trade was 100% within my parameters, and it worked. Amazing how that happens, huh? So let's look at it. Purple candle. I was a little worried about the wick. Now, what I did there was, I mean, I should have just taken it, not worried about the heat. But it popped up a little bit, and I waited till it came back down, and I got in. This time I was able to get in right at the spot that I would have gotten in normally, you know, if I just entered the trade when this candle closed. Normally I end up costing myself a point or two because my reaction's not that fast. And then I just took it. I should have taken it for 10, but I put it at 9 for whatever reason. But it was below the 9 EMA, below the signal. The white line was below the yellow line. So everything that was the perfect setup. Yeah, I'm not sure what else I would need on there. I use the top of the air fryer as a place to put plates and stuff. Little bounce here. So Trump was supposed to speak at 10 after. I don't see any headlines. Oh, Trump hosts White House Religious Liberty Group. So I don't think he's going to be saying anything that's going to cause the market to go wild. Still dropping. No, I showed it here. I can send it to you, Crypt. Thank you, Amelia. And let me find Crypticon. Crypticon, where are you? Got some hope for you now. Come on, Scooby-Doo, I need you. Crypt, there you are. There you go, Crypt. You are not a dumbass, Script. Thanks, Script. Blue candle pop here, but I don't trust it. Now, I mean, I like that setup. I don't do it because I'm lazy. I do it because, you know, my mobility, doing stuff takes 2 to 3 times longer than normal people. So I end up losing a lot of time if I don't find efficient ways of doing things. How we doing, guys? Red, green, or somewhere in between? Excellent, Crypt. Good. How did it go, Platt? Or are you still in that trade? Blue candle pop here on the 1. See, we had the blue candle on the 2. I didn't trust it. And see, it's kind of going away. That's interesting. Oh. Not above the signal line, but is above the 9. Still got a minute to go on that blue candle. We'll see how it ends. Short or long there, Platt? It's been really sideways, so it's very hard to tell. Oh, good. It's all just pulse up a little bit. Thank you, and a nice pop here. Blue candle. It's kind of big. 30 points. It gave me a blue candle on the 1. I thought about taking it. I should have. Not taking it now. Nice rise here. So the blue candle would have worked for me. You're going to try and get back up to highs? Glarg? You okay, Hassan? Shocked that Tradovate did not do a new sale with that. And they're probably right, but yep, breathe, Hassan. New high day, 880. So we did get right back up to highs. Because I got highs. And it pulls back. And I finished my eggs. And I took my supplements. Nice, JJR.
Important security message.
What the heck?
Your computer has been locked up.
Fixed. That was odd. I clicked on an article on Yahoo about the Phillies Karen, and all of a sudden it's giving me this security message. It's one of those fake security messages that try to convince you that your computer gets locked. I just had to get the tab closed. That was odd. Okay, that was fun. There's another pop from NQ. Blue candle on the 1. There was a small blue candle there on the 2, but the wick was as big as the body, so I didn't really like it, but it would have worked for 10. I think I'm being a little bit too conservative. But we are near at highs a day. So yeah, that's who I clicked on the article about, and about that weird issue. Yeah, she is absolutely horrible. She should be banned from all MLB parks. So that was a tennis thing. He did something with a kid's hat. I don't know the whole story on that, but yeah. He's at least apologized for it, said he was wrong. This Karen hasn't said a word. Uh, no headlines came out of that. It's some sort of religious liberty conference thing, Hassan. Yeah, he did, MR. Phillies did really well on that. And we're continuing to creep up. 886 is now the high. The whole story, USC? Or which are we talking about, the baseball game or the tennis? The baseball game? After the game, the guy that hit the home run had the Phillies had him come down, meet Harrison Bader, and Bader gave him a signed bat. Yeah, they did. Marlins did well as well. The fact that she was caught on camera flipping off the entire section, and as well as getting in the face of another fan who was booing her. I mean, she should have been removed from the park, in my opinion. Yeah, I was thinking that as well, John. But I mean, he was quoted as saying he was trying to show his son how to diffuse the situation. I don't know about that, but I don't know how long she would have ended up trying to ruin his night if he hadn't. Can't you hear me, MR? Yeah, you might be behind on the video part of things, MR. She's probably in good running for it. That's a good question. I haven't really seen any memes on it yet. They are calling her Karen Ball Snatcher. Coming down now. 1 minute gave me a signal. It would have worked, but 2 minute didn't. She has a trading card? Oh, I just saw it now. I actually just found it. Hold on. Let me. Let's see if this gets it all in the screen. Hold on. A little bit of a pop-up here at NQ. I'm slightly red on the day by less than 30 bucks. Huh, Emma? What? MR, are you behind on the video or something? Okay. Yay. Okay. I was confused. Okay. How'd you hear about that before I did, Hassan? Awesome. Thank you. Tick Tick Trader is 60% off of their straight to funded plus accounts. It's a back to school sale. Purple candle here. It's going to tempt me here right before we're supposed to end. Well, got a few minutes. All right. All right, RJ, just remember you're already married. I didn't mean you were married to a Karen. When you said check out some, that's sorry, that came out bad. I was not insulting your wife. Oh yeah, gold's still going. Wish Sid Chase would pop in. I'd love to know his thoughts on gold. Nice, USC. That's. I hope you really do feel accomplished, because coming from that deep of a hole to finish green is quite the accomplishment. Purple candle here. Big old purple candle. Hitting the Bollinger on the 1 minute chart. I'm going to let this purple go. We have New York Fed inflation expectations actually coming here at the top of the hour, like in 10 seconds. I missed that. Let's see if that does anything, and then we're out of here. It did nothing, although I don't see the number yet either. All right, folks. Thank everyone for joining me today. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, for another great day of trading action. Everyone has a great rest of your day, and we'll see you then. Bye. How annoying was that?